minus 27 wind chill. That's frozen. Fishing is a patience game, and I don't have any patience.
Now you're really hooked.
Okay.
Oh! No!
What? Oh, there it is. There's the Arctic Circle sign. Okay. Well, there's some girl there in a bikini. She's in a bikini with a fur. Welcome back, everybody, to another Camping with Tony from AB Camping. Right, sit rep. It's minus 25 now outside. It was minus 27, so if you've left from the last video, I've been warming up in the van. I slept outside in minus 27 with the Aurora and everything else. I've got to go and get my sleeping bag and pad and everything that I left out there this morning. So let's go out and check it out. It's the coldest it's been yet. And just in case you don't know, I'm in Denali National Park in Alaska. And you can see it up there. I'm in a camper van from River Wild Alaska camper vans. I cooked out here last night. I've been camped up here 2 days. Pretty much got the place to myself. My thermometer is not working now. It's too cold for it. And then if we look at the back here, there's my sleep system, the Corinthia D1200X. Served me well last night. Got my bivy bag. You can see where I've been breathing, it's all frozen. And I've got the Thermarest pad here, which is probably frozen solid as well. So yeah, I've got to pack all this away, so let's do that. Yeah, valve is frozen. There we go. A little bit of warm breath did the job. Oh gosh, it's so cold. My fingers are going to get very cold doing this. I should have put my gloves on. Okay, so we're going to need to dry the bag out. I've got my booties in here as well, down booties. It was a cold, cold night. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch that before this one. It was a cold night, but I was warm in here. I had the northern lights, which I put on video, which is beautiful. No animals. Oh, it's so cold. Okay. So because it's so cold, the snow is just powder. It's not clingy or anything like that. So it's not sticking to the bag, it just brushes off. Oh, this is too cold. Oh, I should have put gloves on. Woo! Oh, that was a bit loud. Okay, so the plan is we're going to drive to Fairbanks today. But first we need to get a coffee on. I've got to get this stuff in the van. And yeah, definitely can't feel my fingers now. All right, let's go to the van. Oh. Oh, I've got to get in there. Come on. Let's go. Oh, that was silly. Oh. Oh. Come in with me. Oh. Woo. Oh, gosh. Oh. It's crazy cold out there. Right, let's get a coffee on. It just takes your breath away. It's the cold, it's just absolutely takes your breath away. Wow. Okay, let's get a coffee on and then pack everything away and then we'll head off. Right, now the lights are flickering. I just lost power because I've depleted the batteries and they're cold. So our heating has stopped, so I will have to start the engine shortly to charge it up again. But right now it's toasty in here. So as long as I don't open the door, we'll be okay for a bit. Yeah, so I worked out that you get under voltage with this van quite easily in these temperatures, and you have to keep starting the vehicle to keep topping up the batteries. I'm not plugged in, they're not fully charged, and I'm not driving long enough to really fully charge them. So I'm just going to have to keep doing this sequence of events to make sure it doesn't keep happening. Alright, so what I'll do is start the engine. And then that'll get the voltage up on the batteries and I can put the heating back on. Alright. That should, just by the engine by itself, should provide enough volts to run everything. So minus 27 last night, that was ridiculous. Right now it's about minus 24 out there. Which is what it was yesterday at this time. But where we're going, it's going to be minus 30. Coffee. Cheers everybody, thanks for coming along again to part 3 of this Alaska series. That was pretty epic last night, what we did, staying out there. I couldn't have asked for it to be better. With the northern lights, the sleeping bag worked fine. So you might see the lights are flickering. That's the heating trying to start up. I think it's trying to ignite. Fingers crossed. It doesn't matter, I've got heat going to come from the engine soon anyway. And we're going to be leaving soon. As soon as I've had this coffee, I'll start packing everything away and we'll leave. Right, so yeah, the plan today, we're going to drive up to Fairbanks, have a look around. Then I've got a cabin, like an off-grid cabin, booked at Chena Hot Springs. So we'll go and check that out. Hopefully get some great food, have a good look around. And I don't know whether we'll go to the hot springs today, you know, as in getting in the water and stuff, but definitely tomorrow. And then the next day I've got ice fishing. Right, so I'm gonna have this coffee, I'll bring you back when we're ready to go. All right, we're off. We're off to Chena. It says it's gonna be 3.5 hours. Hopefully I can find somewhere to have a break. Thank you. What's this called? Riley Creek? This was awesome. Lovely spot. As you can see from this footage, it's just so pretty here. And apart from the one camper that's just here on the right coming up, Arctic Fox it's called, he also did 2 nights. I've had the place to myself. I didn't hear them, see them. Amazing. That experience last night was incredible. I just loved it. I loved everything about it. The Aurora, all of it. Okay, we're gonna get on the road. Yeah, 3.5 hours. And I need to have a bit of a rest stop, if you know what I mean. These toilets here are pretty grim, and I don't really fancy going into those. They're not heated. Not going in there at minus 24 right now. Right, bring you back. Minus 24. And we're off. Very icy road. This vehicle has studded tires designed for ice and snow, so not really a problem. Look at the mountains in the background, just spectacular. Riley Creek Campground in Denali Park, Alaska. What a place. Wow, look at this valley. It's completely frozen over. That is just nuts. I can't tell if that's smoke or cloud. I think a lot of that is smoke. And look at this guy on the left. It's like an ice road trucker, and he's got a digger on it. And the digger's running so that it won't die in the freezing cold when they need to use it. This is spectacular. It really is. We're coming down into a dip, but I think we're meant to be getting colder. I think we're heading towards, well, the sun's up now, so it won't get colder today, but tonight, minus 30. Right now, we're sitting still at minus 24. I just love this place. Love it. All right, here's a petrol station, so I'm gonna go in and fill up. Even though I've got plenty of fuel, I've got 3/4 of a tank. I want to always be fully topped up, and also it looks like it's some sort of store as well. Maybe they have a bathroom I can use. That would be handy. Yeah, let's fill up. This is going to be cold though. I'm going to need gloves on. Oh. Woo. All right, got my card. Oh. Oh. Okay. Processing, approved. Card, good. Okay, remove nozzle, push button and grade. Why won't this go in the hole? I don't know. Oh, it's diesel. That's the diesel one. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Gosh, I almost put diesel in. There, that one. Petrol. Okay, we get in there. I might put a bit better in. Lovely jubbly. I can't imagine I need much. Maybe just a few gallons. But I was running the engine that whole time. A few times to charge the batteries up and the drive and everything else. So you'll end up using a lot more. It is flipping freezing. Tell you, minus 24 it's cold. People go, oh, you should try minus 30, minus 35. Look, it's all cold, okay? Below minus 10, it's flipping cold. Somewhere is always colder. Okay. How much was that? Eight gallons. And that cost 8 gallons, and that cost $29.78. Okay, right, let's go in the store. I'll just drive over there. Right, I'm just coming up to, I think, Nenana. I think that's how you say it. I need a cup of coffee. Igloo again. We've been going an hour, just over an hour. So, Nenana, and it is -16, so it's warmed up a bit. And the sun is out, and it's lovely. Alright, let's see what Nenana looks like and see where I can get a cup of coffee and use the loo. It's all about toilet breaks on this trip. So this place has got an airport as well, but I guess most small towns here do have airports. This is cute. This is a nice. Oh look, there's a campground in Nenana. Wow, this is a very icy road. This is very, very quaint. So if you are driving through Alaska, you know, either way from Fairbanks to Anchorage or either the other way, definitely stop off here and have a look. Oh, here's a cafe. So this is the Rough Woods Inn and Cafe. Cool. Everyone's friendly, waving. Lovely place. I'll just pull up here. Go and get a cup of coffee. So I'm in the Rough Woods Inn. Great menu. Awesome menu. What a lovely little place. Look at this. Definitely recommend stopping off here. Rough Woods Inn in Nenana. Lovely spot. I'll bring you to the nicest places. This is cute though. Look at this. What a lovely place. Right, I'm gonna get some food. I think I'm gonna go with the chicken fried steak breakfast. That sounds awesome. It's very good. And a coffee as well. It's perfect. Look at this. Everything I could need. This is a lovely little town. It's like an old mining town. Looks like it. It's beautiful. What a beautiful day as well. It's like -16. There's a few cafes, restaurants here. Nice. Okay, let's get cracking. Got a long drive still, a couple of hours to go. Alright, we've got 40 minutes, 35 miles to go to the hot springs, and we just keep climbing and climbing on this ice road. The truck in front of me is slip sliding around. I think he's kind of struggling for traction, even though he's obviously got studded tires on. It's turning off now, luckily. But when you're on a hill, it's very difficult to get going again. You have to be very gentle with the throttle. So I'm starting again uphill behind, coming out from him. So if I put my foot down a bit, my wheels start spinning. Now it's got traction and it goes. So we've got, 34 miles of this, and I've already done 30 miles. This road is a nightmare, it really is. It just keeps climbing and climbing. Oh. Alright, so hopefully I'll bring you back at our cabin in about 40 minutes. Got a bit of a windstorm going on through this valley here. The ice is just shiny and the wind is taking the van. You can see the swirls of snow on the road. Bit of a nightmare. It's really pushing the van around. And you don't want to lose traction on here. Look at it, it's like a mirror, some of it. Can you imagine how slippery that would be without spikes, without studs? I couldn't even imagine trying to walk on this. Okay, 1 minute. We just came through some pretty horrible conditions. The wind is howling. The trouble is it pushes the van and you're on ice. It's quite unnerving. It's got a lot of grip, but you only have to screw up once and you are off. And if you end up in these snowbanks, I don't know what you'd do. Okay, so Chena Hot Springs. Here we go. End of road, 1,000 feet. I think we're here.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
Thank you. So, we're here. I've got to find one lane bridge, okay? You also have to slow way in advance so you don't go sliding into the guy in front. Campers RV, please register at front desk. Okay, so I need to find the front desk and go and get my cabin. Now, I might not be able to check in straight away. I'm a little bit early, but hey, you never know. Main lodge, activities, general parking, overnight RVs. Okay, I don't know where I'm going. I'll just I'll just park anywhere I can. So this is where I'm glad I'm not in the massive camper van that I had in Canada. Actually, hey, you know what? Oh no, I won't fit in there. I'm too long. She said. Okay, lodge activities. This must be the front desk here. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop here. Go in and find out what's what. Okay, bring you back after I've worked out what I'm doing. All right, as predicted, I'm a bit early. So I'm gonna just chill out here, have some soft drinks, do some work, and dry stuff out. Look, it's like a laundry in here. So this is my Gore-Tex bivy bag, and this is my pad, and the pad, look, still got ice on it. Yeah, the pad got really frozen. So, and my sleeping bag had ice on the inside of the outer layer. So this has got a special system where you can pull the whole bag sort of lining inside out. Anyway, that dried it off completely. Because this was all soaked. This was all covered in ice and soaking wet. Now it's bone dry. So that dried out really quickly, which is great because I was dreading that. I could take everything in the cabin with me as well, just to make sure it's extra dry. I don't want to have any dampness on any of this gear for when I do my big camp, colder one, -30. I do need to go into Fairbanks to get a foam pad. Either that or take a mat out of here, but I think I want a foam pad. So I'll go into Fairbanks after I've stayed here at Chena Hot Springs. Right, so the deal here is I can use the hot springs and all the facilities. There's an ice museum and everything else, but I'm only about an hour off getting the cabin. So I'm going to wait in here, have a zesty drink, and then I'll come back for going in the cabin, which could be kind of cool. And then we'll see what's around this ice museum and stuff like that. All right, everyone, got my cabin. Come and check it out. So I'm in the Musher's cabin, and here it is. Oh, now it doesn't have its own toilet. It's got an outhouse. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? Let's have a look how bad this is. Not so bad. Okay, and then this is the cabin. Oh, it's lovely and warm in here. Lovely and warm. Check this out. It's got heating, air conditioning, nice big bed. It's got power. Strange it doesn't have a toilet, but there you go. Oh, and I can see the the dogs for the sleds. Oh, and there's a thermometer outside. It is minus, whatever that is, -15. So it's just above 0 Fahrenheit. Oh. Okay, nice and bright. Right, I want to get unpacked, bring some stuff in that I need, essentials. I don't think there's any wardrobe space in here at all. No, there isn't. In fact, there's not really anything. There's Just a fridge with nothing in it. That's it. Is there tea and coffee? There's tea and coffee and a microwave. That's about it. I guess you're using the facilities here, so you'll be using the hot springs, and that's why there's hardly anything in here. But it's nice to have a nice, warm, big bed to chill out in tonight. Maybe do some work. Right, what I'll do is I'll unpack and bring everyone back. I'm going to wander over and check out the village, see what's in there, see what the restaurant looks like, and then talk to them about access to the hot pools, which I've got a pass for, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, we're going to go out for dinner. I am suited and booted. Look, let me turn the camera around, you can see. Got my big boots on, insulated pants, leggings, and this massive Canada Goose jacket because it is frigid outside. Let me see in the camera. It is so cold outside, it's insane, and I'm not going to hold this camera for long just because it is so cold. So let's go to dinner. Now, I don't know whether I want to do hot springs tonight. I'm not really in the mood. I'm going to do it tomorrow night, I think. Right. Got my keys. I've locked the door. Okay. The van is locked. Yep. All right, so let's go. And yeah, I'm not going to keep my hands out long. I don't know why everything was blue then. Okay. It's a little walk. Wow, it's cold. So, temperature has absolutely plummeted in the last hour, and the wind chill is just next level. It's absolutely howling. Can you see the tops of the trees moving? Well, it's ripping through here. Lots of cabins, but none of these cabins have toilets inside or showers. They're what you call dry cabins. Even that one, which is the biggest, I think. So again, I'm at Chena Hot Springs. So I don't know if we're allowed to walk this way. It says do not enter. So I'm assuming you can't go past that point, but there's a river here that's actually steaming. Because it's volcanic water, I guess. Yeah, look, there's a natural hot pool coming out of the ground. Wow. Look at that. Awesome. We have the same thing in New Zealand, up in Taupo. Do not enter. So this is a dog sled track, that's why it says that. So we have to walk on the main road. Right. It's gonna be impossible for me to film. It's just too cold. Can't have my hands out for longer than a minute. So I'll bring you back at the restaurant. Oh, that was an epic dinner. Oh my God, it's brutal out here. I couldn't film anything because I was at the bar. There were people all around me. I've come out instantly into just grim. I just looked at the forecast, the sign on the door. It's minus 18 and it's a minus 27 wind chill. I don't know what that is, but it's grim. Let me put the lights on so you can see me. Hang on. Yeah, minus 27 wind chill. I'm not going to be able to hold this phone for longer than a few seconds. It's just so brutal. Ah, okay. And it's weird. It feels so much colder than being at Denali, and it was minus 27. this is minus 27 wind chill, but this feels colder. It's just biting, ripping through. I had a fantastic meal. I had scallops for dinner. I had some apple pie, clam chowder, apple pie, and a couple of beers. All right, everyone, I need to get back to the cabin. I need to put my hand in my pocket. See you in the cabin. Well, I crashed. I just chilled in the room all by myself. I had a glass of rum, watched a movie, and now that's it, I'm zonked. It's been a long day. It was a long night last night, even though I slept well. It was cold, and now it's just so nice to be in a normal bed. So we'll pick it up in the morning. We'll go straight to the hot springs. And then after that, we'll check out this ice museum. But I want to see the hot springs, this natural hot springs. See how hot it is. Apparently it's 100 degrees or something. All right, everyone. Pick it up in the morning. Night, night. Oh, morning, everybody. Great sleep. Great sleep. Oh, it's nice to be in here, especially after being in the sleeping bag outside last night, night before. Right, let's go to the hot springs. I'm going to put everything in the van and drive over there. And then we'll go and have showers, hot springs, and chill out. Okay, God, it's cold. I've got my change of clothes. I've got to get a couple of quarters in the pool house, the hot springs area, and then we can go in the hot springs. Now, I don't know if I can take the camera in there. I don't think people want to be on there, so I might just have to tell you what it's like. But that's the hot springs there. And these are all natural hot springs. They've got massage therapy rooms as well, and other activities. Oh, look, you can see the steam. Look at this. So this must be the outflow. You can smell the sulfur. Hey, ducks. They're obviously enjoying the hot. Can't see anything. There are people in there. Wow, the sulfur smell is so strong. There are people in there, but I can't see anything. Oh yeah, there you go. You can just about see it. Right, I've got to get in there. Freezing now. Showers, hot pool. Okay, you can take cameras, phones in, so a shower. I've actually been out once, going back in again. It's quite a nice setting. It's big. They obviously get a lot of people here. I wouldn't say it's the classiest place, but it's okay. Check it out. So there's actually a whole bunch of people over there in the mist. So towards the rocks here is where the hot water comes out, and it's scalding. So here the temperature is 37 degrees, and then over in the corner it's more like 45. But your hair freezes so quickly when you're out here. So check out my hair. That's frozen instantly. So when you get over to the rock there, it's very, very hot. It's cool. I think this is the cooler down. So in this corner is where the water comes out of the ground over by this rock here, by this ice fall, and that's hot. It gets very hot the closer you get to the rock. So now it's 40 degrees. It gets all the way up to Oh, the blasts of hot water are insane. 44 coming out of here. You can't stand in front of the rock too long. You really feel it. This is good. I feel relaxed. My hair is completely frozen, look. That's frozen. It just freezes because it's about minus 18 Celsius, so everything freezes instantly. All right, I'm gonna chill out in here and then we'll go and find the hot tub. Ooh, okay, that was nice, a good soak. But now I'm gonna go, they've got an outdoor hot tub. I can't imagine how hot that is because standing at that rock over there where the water comes in, it's like 44 degrees. It's crazy. And just think it's not heated, it's natural. It comes out of the ground like this. Chena hot springs. Okay, outdoor hot tub. Hopefully there's nobody in it. So I had to buy some shorts. I'm not very well prepared. Outdoor hot tub. There's no one in it. Okay, let's do this. Let's see how hot this is. That's not very hot at all. In fact, it's hotter out there in the main pool. Although this is nice, the bubbles. Oh, your ears freeze. Look at my hair. It's just turning into a block of ice. Oh, it is pretty chilled. I tell you what, when you're on the road and you're in an RV, in a camper van, it's nice. It's nice to get baths and things like that. It's better than just having a shower. And it is relaxing. My back was sore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch out in here a bit. And then we'll go out. I'll get dressed. We'll go and have a look at this ice museum before we head back to Fairbanks. I've got to go and find this campsite where I'm going to be fishing at tomorrow morning. Ice fishing. All right, everyone. Bring you back at the ice museum. Well, that was the hot pools experience. It's nice. Enjoyed it. I mean, I've been to onsen in Japan, and we have hot pools in New Zealand as well. This is quite old. I think the facilities in there are a bit run down, and considering that's their main attraction, I think it needs a big refurb. But you see, there's a lot of apartments here, and some people aren't even coming here for the hot springs. I think a lot of people come here to see the Aurora. They do an Aurora tour. They go up, I guess they go up one of these mountains up here, and 5 hours, this tour, and you can see the Aurora. And look at all these things they do. So they do a lot of things. They've got the Aurora viewing, 5 hours guided snow machine tour, cross-country ski rentals, sunset tours, ice fishing, ice museum, dog kennel tours, hot springs, greenhouse geothermal tours, and massage therapy. So quite a lot of stuff. It is a long drive up here. The other thing you should note is that whilst the resort itself here at the main entrance has Wi-Fi, there's no Wi-Fi anywhere else, and there's no mobile signal up here, completely cut off. So especially if you're in a cabin like I was, there's just nothing. So I had Starlink, so I was okay. So just bear that in mind. If you're coming here and you need to stay in contact with people, you're gonna have to be over at the main lodge. I don't know if the rooms themselves have Wi-Fi. I don't think they do. Right, let's go have a look at this ice museum, and then we'll head off. Active runway, got their own airport. There's no signage on these buildings. I have no idea what anything is. I don't know what that is. I think that's another pool area. Yeah, Aurora Ice Museum. Oh. Well, the door's frozen shut. Let me try and get in. Oh, well, that sucks. Look at that. You can only go in with a guided tour, which you've got to pay for. Okay. Forget it. It's a money grab. Everything here is a money grab. That's annoying. I just wanted to see what it was. I'm not waiting around to do a guided tour. I hate guided tours. I don't know. It's just very, very, very commercialized. It's not, look, it's not my sort of thing, but other people might absolutely love it. Okay. Well, Chena Hot Springs. Been interesting. Thank you for having me. I had a good dinner last night. People were pretty friendly. The guy in the pool house just then was not friendly. Whatever, I don't know. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. It's the only hot springs around. It's a nice site, but yeah, not my cup of tea. I wouldn't do it again. I'd recommend it if you're in Fairbanks, but I wouldn't drive all the way to Fairbanks to do this. Right, I'm gonna head back down the mountain and we'll go and check out our camp spot and ice fishing site. I might try and get a massage in Fairbanks, see if I can sort that out as well, because my back is killing me. All right, let's get on the road. Oh. Okay, let's get there. Alright, bye-bye, Chena Hot Springs, Alaska. It was worth coming up to see it, definitely. Huh. Well, I'm taking completely the wrong road here. I haven't paid any attention to where I was going. It was just blah 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 blah. These are campsites, by the way, RV sites. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I took the wrong side road there. Here we go. Right, we're off again. Right, it's a long drive down to Fairbanks. I think it's about an hour down the hill, and it's all ice, bumpy. It's pretty horrible. They got a train up here as well. Interesting. Yeah, cool. All right, everyone, bring you back in Fairbanks. Right, we're in Fairbanks. Temperature has climbed a lot. It's -8 here. Up there it was -18. So I'm just going to go into REI while they still exist, before they go bankrupt, I guess. Just to have a look. I might get a foam pad just to go under my pad for if I do another wild camp, just to protect it. So I'm just going to have a wander around REI. And then, yeah, we'll go and probably go grab a coffee and find this campsite that I've got to go to. I really want to have a massage as well. So there's a physio place right here. They might be able to do it. So fingers crossed. Wow, this place is flipping huge. We don't have anything like this in New Zealand. You got such great gear. All right, So it's quite a bit later now. It's 4 p.m. I've had a massage, neck, shoulder, back. Oh, I was in so much agony. I've done some shopping. Yeah, I've just chilled. I went and got a coffee, which sacrilege is Starbucks, but it's drip roast. It's not bad. You know what I like about Canada? It's Tim Hortons. I missed that. They need a Tim Hortons. They need it here in the States. All right, we've got 21 miles, so half an hour to the campground. I'm gonna camp there the night, and then we've got ice fishing in the morning at that same spot. So we'll get to the campground, we'll have a couple of snacks, chill out, set the Starlink up, and then wait for dinner. So just on our way to the campground, and look at this. That's the Alaska pipeline. Look at that. Is that carrying oil? Let's go check it out. This is a viewpoint. A lot of people standing there. I'm sure there'll be statistics as to how much oil is flowing through this thing. But is this coming from the tundra? It must be. Well, you can pause the video and have a look at this. Okay, so we're here at Fairbanks. It's come all the way from Prudhoe Bay. Actually, I'm going to be around here. Here, the Arctic Circle. I'm going there. That's my destination. And then it goes all the way to the Valdez Marine Terminal. Cost to build $8 billion in 77. Amazing. 800 miles long. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All that oil in there. Wow. Very cool. Please do not climb on the pipeline. Well, there you go. Don't say you never learn anything on this channel. All right, onto the campground. We're almost there. This road is a nightmare. Just a sheet of ice. And just the hills and coming down. I've got to go back up this thing. Ay, ay, ay.
Turn left.
I just went past the sign for this town, this city called Olnes. Population 1. Oh my gosh. Who would live out here? Well, that one person, that's who. Alright, so this is the turn off. You got to give yourself so much more distance, even though the studs are really worn down on these tires. So you sort of skid to a halt. Oh gosh, am I going to get up this ramp? Well, the trick is don't stop.
Continue for 1 mile.
Alright, well, you got there. Okay. So this place is called Olnes Pond. O-L-N-E-S. Olnes Pond Campground. Hey, you know what? We might get an Aurora tonight. It's meant to be kicking off tonight. Huge Aurora. It's a bit cloudy, but it's not so bad. Maybe if this clears, we're going to get a fantastic Aurora. That would be superb. And I'll set up to do a proper time-lapse of it this time. Last time was just by fluke coincidence that I managed to get some of it in the last video. Okay. 2 minutes. Washboard. So I'm used to washboard gravel. This is washboard ice. Oh, I also refueled as well, so I've got a full tank of gas. Important to keep the gas tank topped up.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
That's a new New Zealand accent. I've done everything I can to change it. And it keeps going back to New Zealand accent. Campsite ahead. Okay, it's here somewhere. Here on the right.
Your destination is on the left.
No, it's on the right. Stupid thing. Olnes Pond Campground. Here we go. All right. Look at this. There's a little pay station. So pay station, not PlayStation. So I've got to pay. Register here for campsite. Okay. Well, I need to first make sure that there's spaces. Oh yeah, there's hardly anybody here. Wow, you can go right out onto these. Okay, I'm gonna go and pay, and then we'll go and find our spot. Oh, that's nippy. Nippy breeze. Okay, so the temperature is -6. Instructions. Press keypad. Oh, yeah, here we go. Press keypad to begin. Follow prompts. 2, camping. License plate. It's Kunu, which is an Arctic fox. Okay. Enter number of days. 1. Thank you. Amount due, $20. Insert card. Okay. Remove card. Processing. Processing. Come on. Cards accepted. All good. Right. Got a receipt. I guess I have to stick this. Yeah, stick that on the dashboard. Okay, cool. Right, let's go and find a spot. Oh, there's a whole bunch of information here as well. Oh, so this is where we are. Olnes? Someone's gonna have to tell me how you say this. I'll find out tomorrow. At Lower Chatanika River. Fishing and hunting. You are here. So we've got to go and look around and find the camp spots somewhere around here. Oh, here we go. Olnes campsites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll drive around and we'll find a spot. Okay, let's have a look. I wonder if all of the campsite spaces are open. Gosh. And I wonder if they're marked. It's got toilets. It's good to know. So, yeah, all I've got to do is work out. Oh, the campsites are right up in the back there. Uh-oh. This is a dead end. Well, I can't get back up there. So, I'm assuming you're just allowed to camp here on the road. Because ahead is completely blocked and I'm not driving up there. No way. I'll be stuck instantly in that deep snow. So, yeah, I guess this is it. that was easy. I guess nobody's stupid enough except me to be camping here right now. People have driven. Gosh, look at this. There's tire tracks. What? There's tire tracks down to the pond. So that, oh, they, of course they are. That's how they're doing the fishing. So we'll do that tomorrow. So what I want to do is then, there's nobody else here. I'm just gonna, which spot do I want to be in? I want this sun definitely coming through the windscreen as long as possible. I wonder if I should just camp side on. Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. Right, I'll bring you back. All right, got my spot. Okay. And I'll tell you what, I'm already very, very excited about this spot. Being by the lake, the pond. Just lock up. So you see, here's the end of the road there, the big snowbank. It goes all the way around. There'd be campsites all the way around. There's some tent camping and other spots up there. But look, I've got those couple of people that were there, they've gone. Hopefully no one else turns up. I'm in my big -70 Baffins. But it is only -6. So before the sun completely goes down, I want to walk down onto the pond. Let's go and have a look. Van's locked up. So look, people drive down here. Now I'm assuming these could be the same, this could be the same vehicle that comes and does the ice fishing that we're doing tomorrow. Starlink is set up on the roof. There's no signal here. Snow machines have been down here. So yeah, this is where I'm going to be fishing tomorrow morning. Which, that's going to work out brilliantly. I can see campgrounds in the distance there. Campsite. People have just driven down here. Hey, I guess you could, if you've got a really good four-wheel drive with everything, the right tires, I guess you could just go and park up over there and camp. So I think what they do is they set up cabins. Oh, look. See, they drill the holes for the ice fishing. But they've made a groomed trail here, so I'm assuming they come all the way out to the middle. I doubt they drive down here. I can't believe they do. This is quite deep, the snow. I'm sure they'd get stuck. Should have brought my snowshoes with me on here. It's quite difficult to walk on. Maybe next time. So there's look, I can see campsites up there as well. We're on another lake. So this is obviously a fishing spot. There must be a hole just there under this snow where they dug, and another one there. Wow, lovely. This is a lovely spot. If you're coming here, look at this. I mean, I go to some lovely spots, but look, I've got the whole thing to myself. There's me parked in the distance there. I've got this entire thing to myself. Where is everybody? I know it's winter, but to be honest, it's almost spring. We're at the end of February now. What is today? I don't know, 27th? Something like that. This is what I wanted. This. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's crisp. It's not too cold that you can't do anything. When it was -15, -20, I couldn't even have my hands out to hold the camera. It was so cold. I didn't want to cook outside, even though I did, because I had to. Oh. Okay, this is moose. Look. See these moose prints? Look at the size. Look at the size of the foot. And then this is moose poo, which is just wood, basically. That's one big animal. Wow, wouldn't it be great if we see a moose tonight? And wouldn't it be great if I see Aurora here tonight? I'm just so happy. Honestly, I'm so happy. More moose poo over there, moose scat. Wonder how deep this pond is and how deep the ice is. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Oh, and here's fishing holes. So look, lots of moose poo there, sitting on the top, the moose scat. And there's 2 sets of moose tracks. More moose tracks. Oh, God, I really want to see a moose. I'm desperate to see a moose. Fishing spots. I wonder if this is their fishing spot for tomorrow. Yeah, it must be. The branches mark where they've drilled the holes. And then they've gone off on the snowmobiles. I wish I had a snowmobile. Backcountry skiing, backcountry whatever. If we find a moose, I'll have achieved pretty much everything I wanted to achieve on this trip. More moose prints. I mean, look, they're huge. I know the camera doesn't really do it justice. So look, this is what I was talking about. The campsites. See, here's number 5. So you just park up here and you've got the whole pond. I guess this is a big summer attraction because no one's going to be getting here. You're not going to be driving around here. I guess you could snowmobile it and set a tent up. Whoa! Okay, that was deep. Actually, whoa, okay, yeah, I'm not going in there. That's very deep. Need snowshoes there. Just the amount of moose tracks is insane. All right. Well, I think I'm going to walk all the way around the lake. Bit of exercise. The pond. Which way shall I go? I'll go this way. And bring you back, I guess, for dinner. Look at this. Honestly, please take this in. Come to Alaska. It's just staggeringly beautiful. We're only at 282 meters here. So, just walking back to the van, which is over there, and a few things, some observations. Obviously the moose use this a lot, and I've found a few of these now. Look at this. They've just hunkered down for the night. And they just lie there. And you can see they've peed there as well. That they've marked it. But then, coming out of the bush are wolf prints. And there seems to be... That's big. That's big. Yeah. And there's a few different ones. So look again. Look at this, where the moose has sat down. That's all flattened out, carved down. Where it's sat, and you see it's just pooed here. Peed here. More moose scat. But the wolves, yeah, they're around. They're definitely around. They've darted back in, it looks like, just over there. Crazy. That would be cool. It would actually be cool to see the wolves as well. I don't think that's a mountain lion. Yeah, I don't think that's a mountain lion track. I don't even know if they have mountain lions all the way up here. I don't know. Why would a mountain lion want to be around people here? But definitely the moose are everywhere. They're insane. Their hoof prints are just gigantic. And where they hang around, they make such a mess. Alright, we're almost back at the van. There's another campsite there. Just about to lose the sun. Oh, please let there be a great aurora tonight, and please let there be moose. So what I'll do is, I've got 2 action cams. I'm gonna set one up to look for the aurora, and I'm gonna set one up aiming down towards the ground, towards the lake. If there's a moose, hey, or wolves crossing, it might pick it up on the time lapse, because the photos show up. They're better in the dark on these. So who knows? Fingers crossed. I'd love to capture them in the camera. I'd love to see them in the flesh as well. All right, see you back at the van. Seeing this, it says public use cabin. It's got firewood outside. People have obviously parked up here. Oh, it's padlocked. Alaska State Park. Oh, you have to reserve it, and then I guess they come and unlock it. Oh, they give you a combination code to get in. Yeah. Temperature is just at 20. It's at -6. So this has got a fireplace in it. Can't really see in there. A bunk. Yeah, not much else. I guess I could call them up and ask them if I could use it, but I'd rather stay in the van. Right, it's now about 7:30 in the evening. I've been out, set the cameras up, I did a bit of work. It's -10 outside. I've snacked a bit, so I'm not that hungry. So to be honest, all I'm gonna do is, I went shopping. I've got a whole bunch of salmon. I'm just gonna eat some salmon. But what I'll do is, because I didn't get to do a cigar time last night, I didn't have a cigar. And also I wanna go outside with my headlamp and have a walk around and see if we can see anything. So I'm gonna eat some dinner. I'm gonna have some Mountain Dew Zero Zesties. Oh, so thirsty. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat my salmon. Maybe have a bit of a snack, popcorn with it. And yeah, we'll go for a walk outside. I've got the 2 cameras set up doing time lapse. I hope it works out. And we'll have a walk around outside. Now, I'm gonna have to film with my phone. It's not gonna be as great, but I'm using my 2 DJI Actions for the other footage. I guess I could take this camera out, but it's too much fab. I'll just use my phone, it'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna grab something to eat and then bring you back for a cigar and a walk. All right, it's quite a bit later. We're gonna go outside, I'm gonna have my cigar, walk around. Someone else is parked up, literally a few feet away. Why? I don't know. Why they have to park right next to me, I haven't got a clue. They could have parked at the other end. Maybe they're scared, I don't know. Maybe that's to do with this fishing thing. Maybe I haven't got a clue, I don't know. But all I know is there's a van there and there's a couple of guys talking really loudly. But it doesn't matter, it is what it is. We're gonna go for a walk just up to the end here so I can smoke my cigar and yeah, bring you back outside. But I'm gonna walk away from these guys, I don't wanna be right next to them. They're gonna spook any animal, so we won't see any moose or anything, because I think they've got their engine running. I think that's the only way they've got power. It's a shame, but yeah, is what it is. I'm so close to Fairbanks, it doesn't really surprise me. Right, cigar time is just me walking with my cigar. Again, another Tampa Bay one. So, yeah, I think there's something to do with ice fishing, because they've set up a big tent right next to the van. So maybe I'm going out with them tomorrow, I don't know. When I go back, I'll ask them. I think there's some lights or something over on the lake, or it's just reflection. I think it's the reflectors. Be cool if I saw something walking along the lake, but again, with these guys now set up and the noise they were making putting that tent up, I really doubt there'll be anything. I've got a feeling they're ice fishing in the morning or something, and they're just getting set up now. I can see reflections, but I think it's all the tent markers. Yeah, there's no animals out there. No, nothing out there. Okay, that's what it is. Well, I'm going to enjoy my cigar, and then I'll probably go and find out what those guys are doing. And then, so the temperature is minus 13. It's nothing compared to minus 20. It feels so much warmer. I can have my hands out in minus 13, but there's no way I could in minus 20. All right, everyone. I'm going to have my cigar, bring you back at bedtime. Maybe I'll have worked out what these guys are doing by then. So I'll bring you back. Oh, okay, back in. So, turns out, there's a whole bunch out there. There's a big van of tourists, and then there's two other cars, and they've all got photography equipment, and they're all trying to film the Aurora. Trouble is, I've just got out there, it's completely clouded over, there's nothing left. So I don't know if I caught any of the Aurora earlier. I've got cameras running on the front, and I've had them running since sunset. So, you never know. I might have it, and they got here way too late for it if that's the case, because I think it really kicked off at 9 o'clock. That was the forecast, but it's so cloudy out there that I doubt they'll see anything at all. The guy next to me, the van next to me of the tourists, they're all sitting there waiting for him. He's got a hot tent set up right next here, and they're all waiting for him to get the stove. Get the stove lit, because they all look freezing. Because they're not in a camper van. I think there's 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them, and they're in just some sort of van, tourist van with seats. And obviously the guide who's brought them out here to do the photography, something Follow Moose Tours, I don't know what it was. They're all going to be sleeping in the hot tent tonight. Oh well, they're camping, more than I am. But I'm toasty warm in here. Got the heating going, got everything going. So, I think we'll just, we'll lock up the van. Like so. That will have just lit up outside. Like everything, all the lights come on when I lock it. And we'll say goodnight. Actually, I'll see you in bed, if you know what I mean, she said. Right, well, it's bedtime. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m. I was watching a movie and just chilling, enjoying it. I can hear these people out here just. They're quite annoying. They've had their engine running since they got here. So what's that? Over 2 hours. Just leaving their engine running outside, just talking. Even though this is a quiet zone after 11 o'clock. and I guess they're trying to watch the Aurora. Quite irritating. They're kind of weird. Some people, they just don't think or don't care. They're probably very nice people, but it doesn't occur to them that other people might want to be trying to sleep or whatever, and that they're disturbing the peace. I don't know. Lack of consideration, I guess. I mean, sitting here just running that engine when they've got a hot tent there to warm up in. I wonder how long they're going to be here. The Aurora stops soon, so then they'll all leave. Like 3 a.m. they'll all be leaving around the same time. I haven't looked out to see if it's still covered in cloud. I haven't bothered. I can't be bothered. I don't care. I've got my cameras running. If it's clear, it's clear. If not, then it's what it is. All right, everyone. See you in the morning for ice fishing. Good night, everybody. Oh. Morning, everybody. Oh, cold feet. My cocoon, my coffin. I've put my sleeping bag at the end to provide a bit of insulation from the door. It seems to make a big difference. Sit rep, it's 6 a.m. I slept really well. I put earplugs in because those people were next door. All those, like, 2 cars and a van separately trying to film the Aurora, and had set up a hot tent. Anyway, I've just looked out the window through the little crack here and everybody's gone. So they must have left middle of the night. It must have been a tour group. Oh man, they were so loud and annoying. And they had a hot tent and everything. And they just left their van running the entire time with the engine running to keep it warm for them while they waited. Each to their own. That's not the way I would want to see the Aurora, but hey. So, yeah, they've left. So I'm here all by myself. So I thought what I'd do is, we got ice fishing this morning. So I could take my time, have a cup of coffee. I thought I'd then, just as it gets dawn, go outside and see if there's any animals around. Because you never know. Right. I need to get dressed, get a coffee on. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Okay, it's bright enough for me to see now, so lights out. Let's have a look outside. It's crisp. See what the temperature is. -14. Okay. So all the people who are parked here, they're all gone. They had a hot tent set up right here that you can see where they had the fire. They had these matches, massive matches. So that's what all these stains are on the ground from the fire. And look, you can see where they were parked, just dripping oil from their truck. Just leave a mess. Unbelievable. There are 2 other cars over there as well. So everybody's gone. They've left a mess as well, I can see. Ay, ay, ay. They wouldn't have got any Aurora. They wouldn't have got anything. Because look, it's just covered in cloud. It would be interesting to see what footage I managed to get. Whether there were any animals, I doubt it, because, well, they were around for hours. Look, toe warmers. Look, they've just thrown toe warmers out. Look at that. They've just thrown them on the floor. Look at that. What is going on? Look, there's another one. They've just peeled them off and chucked them out. I mean, it really winds me up. These people, they're obviously tourists, but the guides, the companies that are running these tours, they're just allowing their tour groups just to litter, throw junk everywhere. Who's going to clean all this up? I've got to pick all this up, all of it, and there is shit everywhere. I'm sorry, but there is. And I've got to put it in the trash bin all the way over there. It winds me up. It really does. People are just, there are some people, they don't deserve to come to places like this. They don't deserve the nature, the beauty of these places. They just don't. They just want to grab their photos. They stayed in the van for hours while they left the camera out. They just want to grab their photos and go back to whatever city they live in and show off to their friends. In the meantime, they just leave junk everywhere. It's disgusting, and it really winds me up, and I'm really sorry, but if you're watching, take your rubbish home with you. Leave no trace. How can you ruin a beautiful spot like this with leaving all this junk around? Ay, ay, ay. And yeah, the guides, the companies that run these tours, look, there's more here. There's more toe warmers just thrown here, right by my van. They've literally just thrown them out. These companies that run these tours, shame on you as well for not educating people that come on your tours to look after the environment and appreciate what there is and cleaning up after yourselves. Well, it just speaks volume for the people that run these tours. It really does. I can't remember the name of the company. Something Moose. And they would have been based out of Fairbanks, chasing Aurora moose or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was on the side of the van. But you know what? They're responsible, as are the others that pulled up and did their own thing. Gross. Anyway, that's my rant. Over. Sorry, it just really winds me up. Nothing makes me more mad than disrespectful people, tourists, locals, I don't care who they are, just littering, making a mess, and just ruining the environment for everybody else that doesn't do that. It's just awful, awful behavior. Right, I've got ice fishing at 9:30. And you know what? I'm going to tell those guys, look at this rubbish that these people left behind. Who are they? Just so that they know that this is unacceptable behavior. I'm sure these guys, because I went out on the ice and there's no litter out there at all. So I'm hoping the guys that run our tour are really good. Right, I'm going to check my cameras and see what footage I got. And if there's any decent footage, I'll put it on. Right, let's have a look outside again. it's brightening up nicely. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Temperature is -15. All right, -15. And it's just me. So, I reviewed the footage of the Aurora, my footage, and I'll put it up now. It did come out, and it did capture a fair bit of Aurora for quite a few hours. It also showed what looks like a firework. I think they set off fireworks last night, or one firework, something like that. God knows what time they did that. I didn't hear anything because I had earplugs in, so I actually had a good night's sleep. They didn't interrupt me, but it just shows how inconsiderate these people are and how trashy it is to set off a firework out here. There could be moose, wolves, whatever out there, just freaking out. But yeah, great footage, really nice. I'm glad I got that. I did see the Aurora myself. I was out, I took a couple of photos of it early, before that lot got here. So I'm glad I did that. There's no chance there'll be any animals around, or there wasn't anyway last night with all the noise and ruckus that they were making. Yeah, crisp. It's a lovely day. I can't wait to fish. This is going to be fun, and it's going to warm up today. So it's going to be one of the warmest days that they've ever had at this time of year. It's 10 degrees above average. So it's meant to be right now around -20s, sort of -25 instead of just -15. Today, it's going to get above freezing, 1 degree. What's going on? I don't know, but you can just sense it coming. So it suits me for ice fishing though, because that'll be less cold. Even -15 though, you can only stay out so long without a jacket on. Right, bring you back later when we're ice fishing. All right, the ice fishing guys are here, so let's go and check it out. The sun is coming up. So this is their truck. And look, they've got the same tent. So they've got the double version of the tent that I tested. The ice fishing tent that I tested a few videos ago. It looks like the exact same thing, just a double version. I heard them drilling the holes. So let's go and have a look. I'm not wearing my thick gear because once the sun kicks in, it's going to get quite warm, and I'm sure it's quite warm in that tent. But yeah, the sun's going to hit it and we're going to get really warm. And it's almost on it now. Right, let's go check it out. Okay, so it's just me. I'm going to be the only one fishing this morning. So I've got the whole thing to myself. So this is the double version of that tent I tested. It's pretty big. And inside, Jake. Say hello to Jake.
Hey, how's it going?
And he's already cut the holes. We've got heating in it. God, it's hot in here. Whew. We're going to be cooking. And we've got the fish finder, got a heater cranking, and yeah, we've got a great view down. It's nice with the light shining on that side of the ice. You can actually see down there as well.
Yeah, once we shut the tent and the windows, everything, it's crystal clear water.
It glows. Awesome. How deep is it under where we are now?
We'll be right in like 15 to 13 feet of water, and so
Oh.
we're on the edge of like a weed beds over here.
Yeah.
Where it's like 4 feet.
Okay. Because it's a pond, not a lake. So I
Right,
guess
right. It's all
shallower.
man-made. It's a old gravel pit from
Oh,
when they
really?
built the highway. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Man-made. All right, cool. Awesome. Jake to do his thing. He had to get ready, get all the rods ready and everything. But I think we're pretty much ready to go now. It was so warm in that tent with the heater on and everything else. Lovely. I can't believe this is another experience that I'm going to get all by myself. Like the dog sledding in the first video. Just one of those things. It's so quiet here. Okay, so let's go and see what Jake's up to. I think we're good to go. Now, I should explain something. I am not into fishing. I am not a fisherman. I have been fishing and I've caught some big game. But I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh, whoa! So, I will 100% be leaving this to Jake to tell me exactly what to do. I am absolute novice at this. All I've seen is Mav's videos with him ice fishing, and that's about it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure Jake is going to show me the ropes. I just saw a whole ton of steam come out of the tent when he opened the door, so it must be flipping hot in there. So yeah, cool. Right, let's get ice fishing. Look at all that steam coming out. What a day. It's a cracker. Okay, see you over there. Alright, let's go for it. There's a lot of steam coming out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Letting out all our heat.
Oh, it's a sauna. Wow. Oh, you're right. It really does glow, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you can see right to the bottom.
God, look at that.
15, 20 feet of water.
Amazing.
Yes,
Oh, you've already got a lure in there. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just got it all set up so I can show you what's going on.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
So tell me what to do. And what have we got on here?
This is a spoon, and it's got a little bit of smelt on it. And
Okay.
then we have a hookup off this
With a shrimp on
with
there?
a shrimp.
Okay.
Give them little options, and so this spoon.
So you've got a different size hook down here, though?
Yep.
And a small hook up here?
Yep.
And what size
And
line
so,
is this? What
like
weight?
6-pound test.
Okay.
And so what we're doing is this spoon's really heavy.
Yep.
Super heavy, and it glows really good.
Oh, so the fish see it?
Yep. And so the burbot that we're fishing for are kind of blind,
Oh.
and they use like a lot of like their lateral line and
Okay.
smell and everything else. That
How
gets
deep
them.
is that ice?
About
thick is it?
About 30 inches.
30 inches.
No, like almost a meter thick.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's 3 feet, almost 3 feet. Yeah, it's deceiving because you look down there and it doesn't look that deep.
That's
But I guess
just
it's a
about
long
20.
way down.
And so what's going on with these is you're
Yep.
going to drop this down to the bottom,
Okay.
and it's going to hit the bottom of the water,
Yep.
or the bottom of the lake. And every time it does that, a little cloud of dust gets stirred up, and
So
it
you
puts
just
a whole bunch of scent out there.
Jostling it, okay.
Yep, so 3 or 4 really big ones,
Yeah.
and then I'll pull it up about 4 to 5 inches off the bottom.
Yeah.
And you're just moving it around like this, and that lure's down there dancing and kicking around.
Cool. Okay.
And sometimes the tail falls out like that, but
Right.
the burbot have big mouths, they can come right in and
Burbot.
Burbot, yep.
Okay.
And you know, we'll catch rainbow trout or whitefish and stuff up on the
Okay.
top hook, and
And would you
sometimes
catch and
the
release?
trout.
Yeah.
I try to encourage the catch and release with the burbot.
Okay.
Takes them about 8 years to get 18 inches long, and that's about when you can start eating them.
Gosh.
Some of these 3-foot ones that we catch out of here, they're probably over 25.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I'm happy with catch and release.
The trout, those are stocked here yearly by...
Oh, okay. So you take
Fish
those
and
home?
Game. Yeah, I let people, we'll cook those up if they want.
Well, I'm in the van. I can't do that. Can you imagine the smell in a camper van?
Man.
That would be bad.
And so, yep, you just drop that lure down right on the bottom.
Okay.
And you'll be bouncing it around, and you
Cool.
can watch it, and you'll see those fish
You
come
locked
in.
it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I have locked it.
All right. Oh, wow. You can actually see it. That's
Yeah.
bizarre. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
Anyway, so this is like a video from yesterday. That's one of those burbot coming in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me try and video this.
While you're down there jigging, I'm going to get a couple rods that we're going to call dead sticks. And
Dead sticks. Why is that?
because you don't touch them or move them, you just
Oh,
bait the
okay.
deal, get it down by
They
the
set off
bottom.
an alarm or something.
No, we'll have to be watching.
Okay.
I do have a bell, but it's not.
Alright, we haven't had much luck inside the tent. So what we're going to do is go outside and Jake's going to drill some holes outside. So we've left the rods here. And you can see the bait down there. So we're going for a wonder. Oh, that's crisp. Jake knows the spots. Oh, that was nice and warm in there. But it is warming up rapidly out here. That noise, if you can hear it, that's the highway, is all the way over there. That's the engine braking from the trucks, because it's quite a hill. See how deep this ice is. Wow, that is deep. Christ, you weren't kidding. That is deep.
Yeah, about 30, 31 inches.
That's crazy. Wow. See, I'm putting my skills to good use here. My culinary skills. There's a lot of ice in here. Right, bring you back. Alright, so this is the sonar. We're going to get a crash course in how to use this thing.
Pretty easy, and it's just a really useful tool. That drops down in. Turn that to the A. This is automatic.
Yep.
It'll give you a readout of how deep the water is right here.
Okay, 13.8 feet. Yep.
Top of the water, bottom of the lake. That little blink that just happened, very possibly that's a fish.
Okay.
Bam.
And everything in between?
Watch this. You drop your lure in here.
Yeah.
Start at the top, kind of shake the bubbles off of it.
Okay.
Where's your lure at? Alright, so see, that's the lure down here at the bottom.
That little green bit, yep.
Yep, that's it. I'm going to turn the gain up to like 20. That'll show it to you really good.
Oh yeah, I see. Yep.
That's what it looks like when it's moving around.
Okay.
If it gets bigger yellow, bigger green, red, that's a fish that'll be all over your lure.
Wow. Okay.
And you always play a little bit of keep away with the fish.
Yeah.
I like to drop it down by the bottom, work it around a little bit, and then pull it up, and then you'll be able to watch and see if a fish chases it off the bottom.
Cool.
We'll leave this one right here.
Okay.
If it starts going nuts, you'll be able to see it.
Yep.
Drop this over where you're fishing it now.
Yeah, yeah. Are you good?
Yep. Always helps if this faces away from the sun. So
Okay,
you
just
can see.
be able to see the screen.
Yep. We're about 8 feet of water here.
8 feet.
And
Drop
you'll
the
be able
lure
to
in.
drop your deal in there.
All right. So the
stuff
release
up at the beginning, up at the top here, that might be ice. I don't know if that's a fish.
Oh, okay, and the release is
Yep.
which one on
Yep.
here? This? Is it this one?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Forward here.
Ah, okay, gotcha. You just let it go.
And there's where it hits the bottom.
Okay.
That little bit, all this interference stuff will clear up as you go. This is shallow water. We can go to a 10.
10
Gain.
Okay.
And
Sonar gain.
Yep, yeah, that's exactly.
7.6 feet. Okay. I'm fishing. The sonar makes it so much easier to see what's going on down there. Depth is about 7.5 feet. Trouble is, where am I? Oh, no, I can still see it. So we didn't have any luck in the hot tent, which is a shame because it was nice and hot in there. But you know me, I like to be outside. But it's pretty nippy. It's still, I'd say 10 below. Alright, well, if I get a bite, I'll bring you back. But so far, fishing is what I'm used to. Nothing happening. As a kid, I used to do this. Never catch anything. Maybe I just don't have the luck. Brandon has the luck. Brandon, my son, has the touch for fishing. Well, I'll let you know if I get anything. So this is saying depth 20 feet. Could that be right?
What's that?
It says depth 20 feet.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that could be right.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so like this big flat that's right here, it comes down to a point. And then we got big drop-offs down to 20 all the way to 50 feet over
Okay.
here in the middle.
It's a lot deeper.
Oh yeah. So, you know, it might be 20 feet here, but that one over there is going to be like 8 and 4. Right on.
Okay, so I'm looking at the monitor. I can see my bait and the hooks. And it's about, 20 feet. Fishing is a patience game, and I don't have any patience. Okay, haven't caught anything. Still got over an hour to go. I'm getting cold out here now. So I'm going to go back to the van, get a warmer layer on, get my merino on, and my beanie. Because it's still negative 10, maybe negative 11. It hasn't warmed up. So I'll go back to the van, get my warm jacket. That's better. It's like getting into a warm bed, putting this thing on. This, I thought this might be overkill, this Canada Goose Expedition jacket, Parker. But honestly, it saved me. My Stellar Equipment 900 fill power mountaineering jacket is very, very thick. That's also very warm, but just doesn't have the coverage that this has. This just feels so much more solid, and the pockets are so much warmer as well. It's just an all-round better option for these conditions. And this is good down to whatever it is, minus 30 or so, and beyond. Right, got a new bait on as well, so fingers crossed we're going to be good, and I'm going to catch something. right now. Fingers crossed. I think you keep going back to the tent because the heating's on. Yeah. Yeah, I've worked it out. I've worked it out now. You're not as tough with this cold as you're making out.
I just gotta make sure everything's going good.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do, yeah. You've probably got a container of McDonald's in there or something as well.
Oh man, I wish. No, this morning I stopped at the hilltop and got pie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, did you stop up there?
No.
Oh yeah, it's like a truck stop restaurant, but
Oh.
they've got homemade pies every day.
Oh, maybe I'll do that on the way back.
Yeah, they always have a new batch.
All right, Jake just lost his bait. A fish just took it. So I'm going to quickly try his hole. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I get any success. Because there's a fish on somewhere here. Okay. I don't know how deep this is, and I haven't brought the sonar over with me. So while the camera was off, I got a bite, but didn't stick. So we're just trying again now in the same spot, just to see if it goes for it again. Oh, he's gone.
No, just move it around. He's here.
I hear he's back. He's back. Come on. No, he's gone again. I can see his tail, but he's going over to you.
Yeah, I don't have any lures now. I have a big one over here.
Why didn't he bite?
He just, I don't know. He just didn't wiggle it just right for him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sometimes they do that.
Bloody fussy. Fuck, he was right there. Oh, he's back again.
Yeah, he'll bite you. He's gonna eat it.
Okay, I've got a fish right here. I can see him, and he's just swimming around the bait.
That's probably close to a 30-incher, 20-incher, 25.
He's back again. Come on, bite. He's not taking it.
Yep, really shake it around in front of him. See if you can get
When he's sort of sniffing it.
Yep, he's getting ready to eat it.
Can you see him?
No, I just know how they do.
Oh, where is he? He's gone over that way a bit. God, I was talking to you, yammering about going up north, and then I looked down and he's right there.
That was a nice one, though. He's around.
Well, your app said
Right now,
about now
time, so
it's when they're coming out, so maybe he was just checking it out.
Something to be said about the app.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, that's the closest. Well, at least I've seen a fish now.
Yeah, you've seen him.
Starting to think you were lying.
You had one hooked on.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you. Like yesterday, within 2 minutes we caught our first one, and we caught throughout the 3-hour little increment.
So Jake is making me feel really good. 3 hours almost now without catching a fish, but yesterday did really well. Come on, he's gone. I can't believe that.
He'll be right around here. He knows that there's food, and he smelt that stuff on there.
What is on here?
That's a piece of smelt, actually.
Piece of smelt. Okay.
Yeah, smelt on your bottom hook and shrimp juice on the top one.
Sounds lovely. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe that. I was there, I was watching him just swimming around it and around it. So how big do you think that was?
Anywhere from 25 to 30 is what that one looked like.
25 to 30 inches.
Inches, yep. The big ones, when their heads start to look, you know, 8 inches wide, that's when we know like we're getting into 36 or bigger. That one probably had like a 4-inch wide head.
Jesus. And how do you spell it? What are they called?
Burbot.
Burbot.
Yep.
So like a turbot, but burbot.
Yep, and so they go by a couple different names. Burbot, eel pout. The native people here call them lush.
It does look like an eel.
Yeah, they look like a cross between a catfish and an eel.
Yes.
With camo skin.
Oh, here. Look, he's lying on the bottom. Just look under here. That way. He's just lying here. See him?
I can see him.
Yeah.
Look, he's right under your camera, that means.
I know. So he is under the camera.
Oh, he's a hog.
Do you see him?
Yeah.
Let me just put the camera down there and see if it shows up on camera.
Oh, yeah.
It might.
Right there, it'll show him.
And he's just lying on the floor.
All right, so
Oh, he's moving.
I was going to say reel up.
He's moving. What do you want me to do? Put it down there?
Oh, he's eating off the bottom. Yeah, drop it. He's going to eat them eggs that I dropped down there. Yep.
Okay.
Look at him eat. Oh, he just...
So I'll drop it down there?
Yep. Yeah, holy crap. That's a nice one.
Oh.
He's down there eating the chum that I put in them.
Go for it.
Still right there, though. Yeah, I drop your bottom lure all the way to the bottom and kind of move it around in the muddy dust down there and let him slurp it up like he just did that other piece.
I can't see him.
He might have moved because he was eating that piece.
There you go.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, thanks. At least I've seen a fish. Oh, man. So, didn't get it. He's down there somewhere. Ah, so close. And I mean, he actually, his nose, he sniffed the bait. What do you have to do to get him to bite? And he was big. As Jake said, 30 inches. He looked big. And he just looked at the bait. Sniffed it a few times, just didn't bite. This is a frustrating pastime. I think this is definitely something that you want to do with friends, with a mate, in a warm environment like this, like standing outside when it's freezing cold, just standing there waiting, looking at the radar. That's not for me. Being in a warm tent like this, probably with a bunch of friends, a couple of mates, whatever, much nicer. And you can talk, and we were just shooting the breeze. Yeah. So I'm going to have to be done in a few minutes because I've got to drive up north. So I guess I didn't catch anything on my first foray into ice fishing, but at least I saw a fish.
It's gonna happen. Speak it into existence.
Oh, God. It would be good if I could actually catch this bit.
Sometimes when they get hooked in the mouth like that, they might take off.
Yeah. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. Here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. Wait. It's in his mouth. Got
Yeah,
it.
you got him.
Yay!
All right, now bite him through the hole. Keep your line in the middle of the hole. So
Okay.
the ice can't...
Oh, he's off.
No. Oh, he's coming back. Drop it. Oh, God.
Come on. But he was on.
Oh, come on.
What?
Yeah, they fight.
I can't see it.
He was swimming this direction.
Oh, there's nothing on. He's
It
got all the
broke
bait.
off.
He took the hook?
Did it break the hook? No.
No,
But
he
he
took
got
all the
bait.
bait.
I got bait right here.
Wow.
I'm ready to go.
I can't believe it. He took all that bait. Look at this, guys. Look. It was right in his mouth. He inhaled that whole thing.
Oh yeah, they eat 20-inch fish at that size with one breath. Jesus. Now you're really hooked.
Okay.
Keep tension.
Oh
No!
what?
What?
Did he get the bait off again? I think he did.
Yeah, I just seen the bait.
It's floating.
Dude, roll it up here. I got.
Oh my god! Look at that. Dude. Wait. The hook's gone hot. Oh, the hook came off. Oh, I don't believe it. Who tied that knot?
I did, but I wondered, like, what the heck?
So he's now got a hook in his gut.
Look, it broke it, snapped it right in the.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, because he was fighting.
Oh,
No
that was
way.
so close.
That's a good fish. Now he's got that big old trout pout spoon in his
Oh
mouth.
no, the poor.
He'll be
bugger.
able to spit it out pretty easy, but.
Yeah. What time is it now? Oh, and I've got to get going.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
man.
you know what? It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
That was as good as a catch because I had him.
Thrill of the chase.
Yeah.
Golly.
And I did have him.
Yeah, he finally ate it right, and then
ate right through the flipping cord.
Then the line breaks.
Alright, line broke, so didn't get him. But it felt good, and now I've got to go, so
Damn.
I got to head off. Right, everyone, I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, we got close. It was all Jake's fault. I did nothing wrong. It just snapped the line, but it was a big one. Oh, and there's someone else over there fishing.
Yeah, he drilled his holes by hand. He had a hand auger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
What
why
a
we didn't
sucker.
hear him.
All right, thanks very much, Jake. Cheers for that. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
And we'll recommend everyone to you. What's the name of the company again?
This is Real Alaskan Adventures.
Real Alaskan Adventures up at Fairbanks. All right, thanks for that, man.
Right on.
And wish me luck on my drive.
Good luck.
See ya.
See you later.
Oh, that was cool, everyone. Almost got it. Oh, it was so close. Right at the end as well. Hey, look, there's a guy over there. Got a manual auger. Right, so now what the plan is, I've got to drive back a few miles to another gas station, completely top up there, ask them if the Yukon gas station is definitely operating, because that's kind of crucial, depending, it's going to affect how I drive, because I'd have to be ultra conservative if that's not operating, because I'll be at the limit. There's no external fuel tank holder on the van, so I can't put a fuel tank in the van. It's too risky. Alright, so goodbye Olnes Pond. Next stop, gas station, and then after that, heading up to the Yukon gas station and then up to the Arctic Circle. That was cool. Cool experience. Alright, and we're off. So Jake said to go to top up at the gas station, which is just 5 miles back from where I came. It's worth going back just to completely fill up again. There's a car parked at the cabin just there. I didn't even know someone apparently stayed there overnight. So one thing Jake said was also that he got called by the park rangers that a moose calf had been killed just on this road, and just at the end of this road a car hit it, couldn't stop. Poor thing. And apparently the cow, the mother, has been hanging around for the last few days, just waiting. Obviously has no clue what's going on. Poor thing. Such a shame when something like that happens. Alright, I've got to get going to the gas station, and we'll bring you back once I've been there, done that, and we're en route to Yukon. Right, filled up with fuel at Hilltop gas station, Fox or something this is called, on the highway, just by the pond that I was at. And so I needed 4 gallons, which doesn't seem like much, but that's 4 gallons that the end of your fuel tank is 4 gallons, so definitely needed it. Right, we have got 119 miles to the Yukon gas station, which is the next gas station. It's the only gas station after here, between here and Prudhoe Bay, and I'm on the wrong side of the road, which I've just realized. Oh my God. You gotta understand, in New Zealand we drive on the left. That's why, that's the first time I've done it. Okay, so it's gonna take me 3 hours. This is gonna be slow going. The state of this road, I don't know if the camera is doing it any justice. It's incredibly slippery. And I was even talking to Jake just now about how slowly you've got to go. You've got to gear down because it's so slippery. If you come around these corners too fast, you're just going to slide off the road. The studs are worn down on these tires. You see the speed this truck is going? He's going full speed because he's got to make it up this hill. And he's flying because that's the only way he's going to make it up the hill. And Jake said there'll be so many of these trucks, these semis on the road, that it will make life pretty risky. So this is going to take me a long time. All right, everybody, I'm going to bring you back either en route or at Yukon gas station. This road, so it's only, what, 10 minutes later. This road is a nightmare. And there are some very nervous tourists driving exceptionally slowly. I mean, I just passed a U-Haul van that was doing, I'm not joking, 10 miles an hour. She was obviously petrified. It's very, very slippery. You've got to give loads and loads of distance if you're going to brake, and you've got to use engine braking. Your normal brakes are absolutely useless. So, like, I'm coming up on a couple of people now, and I can already tell that they're very nervous. In fact, the guy in front of me's got a roof, looks like he's got a rooftop tent, and I can see lots of brake lights and stuff. So, it's a steep hill here. So, I'm going to shift down, and then I don't have to worry as much. But the thing is, if they suddenly brake, then you could just go into the back and look at the speed these trucks go. Holy moly! So I've got to leave a huge amount of space between me and that Jeep because my stopping distance is about 4 or 5 times longer than normal. Because you just can't stop. And as I say, the tires on this thing, the studs are gone, which render them kind of pretty much useless on ice. Right, well, there's going to be a long way of this. This is going to take a long time, especially if I come up against people who are driving so slowly and are so scared. So, this is going to go up. Unless something major happens or I see something really beautiful, pardon me, I will bring you back at the Yukon gas station. Alright, the problem I'm having, it's quite a bit later now, I guess it's an hour, is going uphill. I haven't got enough traction. And the traction control is kicking in, so I'm slowing and slowing. Back there was a really steep hill. I almost slowed to literally a stop. I was starting to worry a bit because if this stops on the ice, it's going to be very difficult to get going again. I would probably have to go turn around and try again, faster. But here, I'm trying to nurse it. I'm relying on the traction control. But because the front wheels are slipping so much on this ice, look, I'm grinding to a halt. It's crazy. I need to get some traction over here on this powdered snow on the right. Just try and get enough traction to keep the engine going. It just is dying. Look at this. I'm slowing to a crawl. Look, front wheel drive is great in snow and ice. It gives you some direction, some control, but it sucks for traction up hills. And really, you should have 4-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive or studs. The studs are worn down. I should have asked them if there are fresh studs on there instead of just taking the truck as it was. I would have paid gladly to have brand new studs put in these tires. Oh, my bad. They were so badly worn. Look, I'm getting there. It's just slow going and I'm having to drive very carefully. I'm having to approach hills much faster than I really should have to, just to get some momentum. You see, look, it's dying again now. Look at this. I'm really struggling here. Well, I'm not struggling. This is struggling. And if I turn the traction control off, it just goes absolutely crazy. You've got no control over it. I've got to say, actually, I've got to be honest, this Dodge Ram, what's it called? ProMaster? Dodge ProMaster? I tell you what, the traction control is doing it. Look at this. It is actually adjusting and pulling it up this hill. I don't know how it's doing it, but it is doing it. The light is just completely flashing at me. It is not happy, but it's doing it. So kudos to Dodge for programming this system, whoever did. Yeah, I'm impressed considering how few studs I've got left on these tires. This is doing a great job. I've passed so many cars and people are just petrified. They're terrified and they're driving so slowly. Thing is, I can't stay behind them. I'll never get up the hills. So I have to overtake because I need to keep momentum going. And they're poodling along, really worried. And then you've got the trucks, the semis. They are flying. They can't slow down because they know they've got to be able to get up the hill. They've got to get momentum. Anyway, here we go. Oh, we're past all of that, thank God. I've got to come back this way though, which means I've got to face all of that going downhill. And there's bits that I've gone downhill, I'm going to go back uphill. This is, honestly, unless you've done it, don't judge. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to drive, ever. Just because it's a sheet of ice. So it's not usually like this. As I've said, I think in the last video, it isn't meant to be like this at all. But what happened was, they had this freak incident where it warmed up, they had a bunch of rain, a few inches of rain, and then it immediately froze on contact with the ground. And then froze on top of that, and then snowed on top of that. So it's just sheet, and it's not normal. This is why people are freaking out. Even locals, I can see with Alaska plates, they're driving so slowly. They just haven't got the skill of driving in ice. Now, I've driven in ice before in the UK. And I was trained as a race driver. And I drove a lot, raced a lot when I lived in Asia. So I just guess it comes a bit more naturally to me to have that feel. All right, everyone. This time, definitely, unless something amazing happens, I'll see you at the gas station. We've still got 77 miles to go, which is 2 hours. Alright, we've got an hour and 20 minutes to go, and the pavement has finished, so now it's a dirt road. I'm hoping the traction is a bit better because it's a dirt road, because it's been a nightmare so far. I'm assuming we've got to go up over that. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of frozen trees up there. Nightmare. This road is just something else. Wow. Well, I've still got a lot of fuel left, so that's good. So this is just frozen dirt, but it does have more traction and there's less ice on it than the other road, the main bit. Well, I'll bring you back for these frozen trees if we get to see them. I don't recommend this road to anybody unless you've got four-wheel drive, by the way, and studded tyres, or you're doing it in summer. You don't want to do it in winter, not in a camper van. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at the mountains Hokkaido. Beautiful. Wow. Look at this. This is epic. We're not even at the Arctic Circle yet. Look at the highway. This is spectacular. Go look at these trees covered in snow. Beautiful. Honestly, this is just the same as the snow monsters in Niseko. Oh, this is something else. I wonder if I can risk stopping here and getting going again. I need to take a photo of this and send it to Anne. What I'll do is I'll stop on the crescent here on the peak. I don't want to stop on an uphill. This is spectacular. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to stop here, take a photo, and then we'll get going again. Because this is too beautiful to miss. Has dropped to -15, so it's much colder up here than it is down at Fairbanks, and we've got more of these snow monsters. Just beautiful. Just keeps taking my breath away. Alaska, stunning, and I've only seen a teeny tiny fraction of it. Alaska is vast. In fact, vast isn't a big enough word to describe how big Alaska is. Look at this. It just goes on, and it is spectacular. I can imagine in summer, this is so beautiful. Lovely. -17. And we're back into some serious snow monsters. Circle, 60 miles. Woohoo! Oh, can't believe it. That's the first time I've seen that sign. Just up here on the left is meant to be the gas station. Fingers crossed it's open. Because honestly, I'm not sure. There's also a recreation area here to look at the Yukon River, which I think we're passing over right now. There's the pipeline. Yep, this is the Yukon River. Look at this. Wow. That's massive. I tell you what, I'm not going to stop and look at it this time, but I will on the way back. There's a big tour group down there, and we're kind of in a hurry. I don't want to lose daylight. I need to get to the Arctic Circle. There's the petrol station there on the left. That's massive. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen a river that big. Wow. And this is a wooden bridge. Look at this thing. And there's the pipeline again. This is all fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna pull in here. This is the only gas station between basically Fairbanks and the Arctic Circle. So literally have no choice. You've got to go in here and fill up. Yukon gas. I really hope it's open. Okay, fingers crossed. That was pretty cool. So you go into the shop here at the Yukon River camp, and they give you a key, and then you go over to the fuel tank over here, the gas tank, and you take a photo. The key is for the padlock, and you take a photo of the meter, and it tells them how much. Very cool. So you leave your credit card with them while they do that. Okay, I've got 60 miles to go to the Arctic Circle sign and then to the campground. Whew, it's cold. Okay, let's get there. Okay, 60 miles to the Arctic Circle, it said there. Given that we are averaging about 50 miles an hour, which is amazing, or maybe we're actually averaging about 45 miles an hour, I'm guessing I'm not going to be there before dark. Don't know, fingers crossed. The sun hasn't set yet. But we just need to get there. So I just topped up, and it was, I think, 7 or 8 gallons again. Not bad. All right, see you at the Arctic Circle. Next stop. Look at this road. These hills are insane. You just gotta hope that you keep traction. Sucks that I've got to drive back this way as well. Come on, you can do it. Yeehaw! Great success! equipment. Okay. And the BLM campground, I think, is here. Oh, there it is. There's the Arctic Circle sign. With some... Oh my god. Okay. Well, there's some girl there in a bikini. Unbelievable. Can you all see that? She's in a bikini with a fur hat on running. Oh my god. Right, let's go check it out. I think they're a Korean in a tour bus. Here we go. The Dalton Highway. Arctic Circle. 6633. And we're at the star just here. Awesome. Fall before the light goes out. Winter, the heart of darkness. But we're coming into spring. I think tomorrow spring starts. Yeah, plummeting temperatures and absence of sunlight lock the north in an icy silence. Beautiful. Spring, and that's what we're coming into. Fascinating. Look at this spot. Lots of footprints here. Cool. Now you're not allowed to actually camp, I think. Here, I think you're allowed to stay in a camper van, but no tent camping. I'm not sure why that is. Hi there. But yeah, here we go, Arctic Circle. It's cool. We're at the Arctic Circle. Very cool. Very friendly people. I think they were Korean. So there are no camping signs. I think it's just tent camping you can't do, but this isn't the campsite anyway. Yeah, I don't think this is the campsite anyway. This is just the Arctic Circle sign. Right, we've got to go and find the BLM campground. Okay. It's frigid, I tell you that much. Oh, it's cold. It's minus 15 plus wind chill. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's cold. Oh, sit rep. Campsite's closed. The campground. It's not being ploughed out. What does that mean? Well, I don't know what it means. Do I ignore the sign and camp anyway, or do I go on and find somewhere to camp? I mean, you can stop by the side of the road here. I guess that's legal. But that's not really what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is the next place to go is Coldfoot. I'm not sure how much further it is. I haven't got any signal. I haven't got my Starlink set up. I've got plenty of gas. And Google Maps, I didn't download this area for offline use. So I don't know how much further I've got to get to Coldfoot. I don't think it's that far. So I'm going to push on unless I find another spot that I can basically stop and camp at. Alright, sit rep. I've plugged my Starlink in, I've got it in the windscreen just here, and I've got signal. Driving along with my Starlink in the window. So I managed to get my maps working and check everything out. Oh, big lorry, sorry. And they throw these stones up. I've got 3 stone chips already, and now I've got a 4th. They're a nightmare. Yeah, so I've got my Google Maps working and everything, and I'm going to Coldfoot. There's a camp there, and Coldfoot is another 50 miles, believe it or not. Nightmare. It's a long way. This is a long drive today. But it's okay. I don't mind. It's beautiful. So we're going to go through a place called Prospect Creek, which holds the record, I think, for the coldest place in Alaska. It has the official record or something. But I'm not going to stop there right now. Again, I'm going to go straight through. And then what we'll do is tomorrow retrace the steps and check out Prospect Creek, check out the Yukon River and everything else. I'm just going to turn around and drive straight back after camp tonight. Maybe. There is a possibility I do a wild camp, a cowboy camp again, near Coldfoot. We'll see. Tonight though, definitely I'm camping in the van. I'm going to get as close to this Coldfoot camp as possible. Hopefully I get there just before it gets completely dark. Alright everyone, so look, I'm just going to plow on and I'll see you there at Coldfoot. Alright, we've got just 1 mile now to Coldfoot. We'll be turning right up here. Somewhere. Oh, I hope I can camp here. Well, I haven't got a choice. I have to camp here now. It's late. It's, what time is it? It's 6:30. And I've got enough fuel to get back to that Yukon gas station, which is good. Hey, look, it says fuel here. That can't be right. I wonder if there is fuel. Wow, that would be very handy if there is. I would fill up here, definitely. But as far as I know, the only fuel is back at Yukon gas station. It was the only stop between where I just came from and basically the Arctic Circle, Perdo Bay. Right, so turn right at Coldfoot Road, which is here. Oh, no, it's the next one. Why is it sending me here? Okay, this one. Sourdough fuel. Oh, there is a fuel station here. Alright, well that's good to know. Next service is 240 miles. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening. Okay. And then it's just 200 yards to the camp. Alright. I've probably got to go in and ask them what's going on, what's what. Oh, there's mobile phone signal here as well. Unbelievable. Okay, it's got everything. Awesome. Gosh, I don't know where I'm going. Did I just miss a sign? I think Coldfoot Camp is... It's a trucking place. Look at this. Interesting. Wow. Cool. Well, I don't want to park up next to all of these trucks. And I think this fuel might just be diesel. There is a restaurant here though. Yeah, I don't want to park here with all these trucks. No offense to the truck drivers. I'm gonna follow this little road round because I think, yeah, there's another spot that I can probably stop in. Let's have a look. No, alright, I'll bring you back when I've worked out what I'm doing. Okay, finally. It is 6:40. Now, I found this little side road. They've got this own little airport. They've got state troopers here. But check this out. I was driving around. I thought, would it be so cool as to just camp here? So I'm on this little side road. There's nothing here, an antenna next to the airport and state troopers. But look, there's the pipeline. Right there. Check it out. That's amazing. So tomorrow we'll go and have a look at it. Tonight we're going to do dinner. And look, there's access way in there. I guess for the state troopers. They must use this as a service road. But this is cool, and it's quiet. Whereas where those trucks were, that would be a nightmare. So the temperature is -11 Celsius. It's not so bad now. But I'm happy with this spot, to be honest. This is fine, absolutely fine for me. All right, I need to get myself organized and get the heating on. I've parked right next to a bunch of snow, I think. No, I'm good. Okay, I need to get organized and I'll bring you back. All right, I'm all settled. Now, to most people, I guess this would be ultra spooky, staying here by yourself. But it doesn't really bother me. Doesn't bother me. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. You don't know who's going to come up and knock on the door or whatever. And I can't see out because I've got all the blinds closed. But I'm not that worried. Okay, now it's 7 o'clock. I don't want to cook outside. I don't want to draw attention to myself. So I'm going to have a meal in here. And to be honest, I got these just purely for a situation like this. Mountain House pre-prepared, the freeze-dried meals. So this one's biscuits and gravy. You'll have seen these on so many channels probably. Now I've heard good things about this, so we'll see. But I need to boil up some water, add 1.5 cups, 12 fluid ounces of boiling water to the pouch, seal, wait 5 minutes, and then eat. Okay, I'm gonna get the water on, and then we'll come back for food. Okay, we have boiled. And yes, I've got a window open. So add the hot water. I'm not going to bother stirring it, I'm just going to jiggle it around, she said. Okay, jiggle that around. Huh. Hey Siri, set timer, 5 minutes. I probably triggered all of yours to do that as well, sorry about that. Okay, so I've got that. Awesome. I've also got, I've got some chicken, I've got all sorts. I've got roast chicken, I've got, do you know, a salami with provolone. Ooh, this will go. I'll have this. Lovely, jubbly. So yeah, salami with provolone creamy cheese in there. You see that? Yeah, I fancy that. So it's a smorgasbord of weird stuff. So I don't want to eat out of there like some flipping peasant. I'll eat out of a bowl. Will it fit in there? Yeah, I think it will. Okay, so I'll eat that out of a bowl. Put these little things into a bowl as well. You know what I'm in urgent need of? A zesty. Oh, these smell good. I am ravished. So I haven't eaten all day, I fasted. Not a single thing. And it's 7 p.m. That was a pretty big fast. Okay, now the most important thing, most crucial thing is that I've got enough fuel to get back to Yukon. I know that said it does fuel over there, but I've got a sneaking suspicion it will be diesel only. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, pull the table out. All right, we'll wait for that, and then you can come and join me for dinner. Yeehaw. Okay, food's ready. Well, it's a bit watery. I might have put too much water in, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Oh, this bowl was the perfect size. I don't care if it's watery. I'm so hungry that this is more like soup That suits me. And it is. It's like soup. Let's hope it tastes okay. Now, it's probably loaded with sodium. Excuse my glasses. Sodium. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got 1.74 grams of sodium in there. But what it probably doesn't have much of is pepper. So let's just douse some pepper in. Because I'm sure it needs it, even without tasting it. Okay. We are golden. I've got my zesty. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Thanks for coming. A hot meal after all that driving. So after dinner, I'll work out how far I drove today. Used up quite a bit of fuel. But that van does very, very well. I've got to say, considering it's just a front-wheel drive van, I reckon if it had proper studs left on the tyres, I wouldn't have had any problems today. Cheers again. Right, let's eat. So, what was this? Biscuits and gravy with pork sausage by Mountain House. Now, it's a rehydrated meal, freeze-dried meal. You've got to have no expectations of any flavour or anything. You know what? That's not bad at all. In fact, when I was in Vegas last year or a couple of years ago, I had biscuits and gravy. And it was flipping awful. I had it at the Wynn Hotel where we were staying and it was awful. This is way better. It might just be that I'm really hungry and that all food tastes better when you're camping. But this is going to hit the spot. Very good. This meal works for me. Simple. I don't have to go outside and cook steak or anything. Just get straight into it. Okay. Bring you back after dinner, everyone. Oh, I feel almost human again. I've got to have just a splash of rum. I'm so exhausted. I think I'm going to be hitting the sack very, very soon. It's now 8:15. I'm tired. I think I'm going to call an end to this vid and bring you back in the next video, which will be part 4. I think tomorrow I'm going to be exploring around on my way back. I don't know if I'll stay another night out here or if I'll just head back tomorrow, maybe stay somewhere else on the way. Whoops. Which is probably what I'll end up doing. I want to just take some photos in some places, go and see Yukon, everything else. So look, thanks for coming on this one, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the ice fishing and everything else we did, the Chena Hot Spring Spa, the drive up here, the snow monsters, everything. There was a lot in this video, a lot. There's no cigar time tonight. I don't even know if I had a cigar time last night. I can't remember now. I don't think I did. But I'm just too tired. But I am going to have a sip of rum to cheers you all. Cheers. Oh, that's so good. So good. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. All our YouTube members. Our Buy Me a Coffee treat members, Patreon members, and all the super thanks and comments that people write. Thanks to all our Facebook group members and people who follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Thanks so much, everybody. Means a lot to us, and we'll bring you back, well, with part 4 soon. Thanks again, everyone. from Tony at AB Camping. Catch you next time. Bye, everybody.